And welcome to our midweek show of Upon Further Review. I'm Josh Aubrey. Plenty to get to in this week's show. We'll be previewing all of our area high school football games. The Statesboro Blue Devils returning home as they get set to take on 3-1 West Lawrence. The Bulloch Academy Gators at home this week as well as they host Augusta Prep. You've got the Southeast Bulloch Yellow Jackets continuing region play as they hit the road for Beach. And the Portal Panthers will be going on the road to Savannah Christian. All those, and as for the Georgia Southern Eagles, coming off a bye week, they open up Sunbelt play this week at Louisiana, or at home rather, Paulson Stadium Saturday night against Louisiana. We'll preview all those for you in just a moment. And a reminder before we go to break, hopefully you'll never be in an accident, but if so, please give our friends at the Sullivan Law Firm a call, 912-489-8888. or online at thesullivanlawfirm.com.
The Medical Center Pharmacy on Grenade Street is proud to be your Health Mart pharmacy in Statesboro. The Medical Center Pharmacy, locally owned and serving this community for 50 years, is open 364 days a year. The pharmacists at Medical Center know there's nothing more important than your family's well-being. That's why they take the time to know their customers, explain their medications, and answer any questions. The Medical Center Pharmacy, your Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Well, the Georgia Southern Eagles coming off a bye week. The last time they were on the field was a heartbreaking loss to Minnesota. See if the Eagles are able to rebound. They've got a big game coming up this Saturday at home as they open up Sunbelt play against Louisiana. We had a chance to hear from head coach Chad Lunsford and some of the players.
You know, I was impressed with Shy last week during the bye week practices. We slowly progressed him in, but I mean, he was everything we were asking him to do, he was able to do it. Last night he looked sharp. Tomorrow and Wednesday will be very telling, but I think he's coming along fine, and you know, hopefully we see something Tuesday and Wednesday for him to be able to play this Saturday. I mean, we're a 1-2 football team. They're 3-1. We should be the underdogs. We haven't played well. You know, we've done a lot of things to hurt ourselves. Now I do think we've improved from week 1 to week 3, but still not playing the level of football that Georgia Southern's used to, and definitely not playing like we should have. You know, I understand the underdog, and it is what it is. Because of, you know, kind of the way we've played against Maine, the way we played against Minnesota, there's still things that we're working on with us. And, you know, so we spent time, especially on the discipline piece, you know, owning the football, because we always talk about, you know, the turnover takeaway margin, and that's something that we're not doing a real good job of this year. And then the Eagles don't beat Eagles piece. So we spent a lot of time on that, and obviously you take a little bit of time to start prepping for the next opponent, and you introduce it, and you get your guys ready. But I think you miss the point of bye weeks if you totally just jump into your next opponent.
You know, having a rough one last week, and we actually reset it pretty well as a team. Coming out here this week, everybody felt good. We was flying around, doing what we do best, and so getting ready for this game week upcoming this week, you know, we can't wait. We're prepared. It's definitely tough. We had chances to definitely stop them, you know, 30 and 30, but we just didn't do what we needed to do. We didn't execute what Coach told us to execute, and you know, sadly, we saw the efforts of what happens when we don't, you know, execute what calls our coach asked us to do. So, but I mean, we reset it, and we're ready for next week. You know, we started something completely new this coming week for our defense, and I think it's going to actually go pretty well for us.
You know, we're starting the second quarter of the season, so, you know, that's a bunch of conference games, and just got to get our mindset back to winning the conference, doing our jobs, and but it is nice to get a couple of days off, get our legs back under us, and get ready to go back to work. It's really important. I mean, because it's the next one. I mean, every game is important no matter who it is, but it's the next game coming up, so that's why it's really important. And plus, as a conference game, we want to make a statement with this game. We want to go out and we want to grind the ball. We want to show them that we're not, we don't mess around anymore. So.
And stay with us. Plenty of high school previews coming up next.
My Queensboro banker is Cheryl Quick.
Blanchard Equipment Company has 16 locations.
Queensboro has homegrown values just like us.
They get heavily involved in every community.
And that means strong customer service.
They've been around a long time, just like John Deere.
When you run across the bank like that, you stick with them.
I sure would like to own one of these John Deeres.
Well, we can sure make that happen.
Oh, well.
Queensboro is your community bank. Queensboro National Bank and Trust.
Well, we're here at the University Store. Big game this week. Got a game week for Georgia Southern. Plenty of apparel here. Plenty of things for your game day needs. Plenty of different brands. Plenty for your tailgating. Let's get out and take a look at some of the things they have here at the University Store. If it's games you're looking for, the Georgia Southern University Store has plenty for your tailgating fun. You don't have to give up fashion just because of Georgia Southern's clear bag policy. Looking for something for your office or maybe your man cave? The Georgia Southern University Store has you covered. A wide variety of hats and visors for men, women, and youths. Game day gear for junior and pint-sized Eagles. Gus says yes to the Eagles and the University Store. University Store outfitting Eagle Nation for over 6 decades.
When my dad passed away, we started keeping my mother at home. She was not happy, and we were not happy because she wasn't happy, and so we decided we would check into Willow Pond, and we brought her to Willow Pond, and immediately when she came up here, that visit, the first visit, she fell in love with it and she was ready to stay. We're so happy that we did for her because she was completely satisfied, and she lived here almost 11 years, between 10 and a half and 11 years, and there's no doubt in my mind that it extended her life and it made her happy and completely content.
My name is Chandler Dennard, and I'm the Executive Director here at Willow Pond. Come let our family take care of your family.
Join me now, the head coach of the Bulloch Academy Gators, Pat Collins. And Coach, lost the first game of the season, but you guys have reeled off 3 pretty impressive victories in a row. The latest coming in a big game because it was your region opener with Westfield this past week.
Well, the region victory is a huge victory. We were certainly glad to get it against Westfield, and Westfield may be a little bit down from where they have been in the past. In preparing for Westfield, I told the boys that the team that prepared the best and had the best practices would be the team that would be successful. And we had excellent preparation in every phase of the game, kicking, defense, and offense. And I think the results bear that out.
3 straight games where you scored over 40 points, 3 straight games that you've held your opponent to under 10 points. Can you put your finger on anything that's really helped shift things around?
That's an interesting question. I think the reality to that answer is that we knew with several new faces. I mean, we graduated a very talented group last year. And we knew with several new faces that there were going to be some growing pains, and we knew that we were going to have to mature and get some on-the-job training. And we've gotten most of our guys settled into roles. We're still, have a piece here and a piece there that we're working to settle in. But we've gotten most of our guys settled into roles that everybody's clear on now as to where they fit on the team, and that's very, very important. This association, the GISA, does not have spring practice, and I sometimes hear talks about not having spring practice in high school football or in the Georgia high school, that would just be such an utter mistake in my opinion, because spring practice allows you to do what we've had to do in the first 2 or 3 weeks of the season as far as figuring a few things out, and they're very difficult things to figure out until you get some real game experience with all the kicking and all the circumstances of real games. Scrimmage games help, but there's no substitute for the real game. So we were fortunate to have 2 or 3 games before we got into our region schedule, and that certainly helped us be ready for Westfield.
Well, it's been a while since you've had to go on the road. You went to Edmund-Burke. That's the only game so far that's been out of Bulloch County for you. This week you got to go up to Augusta Prep. What do you expect from those guys?
Well, the week we were open, I had an opportunity to go up to Augusta Prep and actually scout up there. We sent coaches to different areas because of the way the schedule fell. And, a beautiful little campus and beautiful little stadium, but it's a little bit of an odd environment. It kind of felt like I was in Kansas somewhere, kind of on the plains. But we've got to control what we can control. We can't control the environment and how far we have to travel. We've got to make sure that we're physically ready and emotionally ready to play football. And our guys handled it well. We went to Edmund-Burke. This trip's about twice as far, so that does bring in some dynamics that you got to guard against when you're heading on the road. But I feel like things are coming together well. You mentioned at the beginning of this interview the 8-24 game at Irk Russell, and we didn't get it done that day, but we've rectified things since then, and we've got to try to continue to build from where we've been and prepare well. And I stress to our team all the time that the team that's going to win is the one that prepares the best, and we've had very good preparation in the wins we've had recently.
All right, so once again, the Gators on the road at Augusta Prep Friday night. Stay with us. Up next, we'll talk to a few of the Gator players.
Ready for fall? Us too at RJ Pope. Get ready to cheer on your favorite team in a new performance polo from Peter Millar, Southern Tide and AFCO. Ladies, we have the best brands and trending fashions. Complete your look with one of our best-selling shoe brands, Soft, On Cloud, and Free People. Shop these brands and so much more at one of our 3 locations, RJ Pope Buckhead, Downtown, and Vidalia.
And join me now, a couple of the Bulloch Academy players. We have Lyons McKinney, who plays guard and linebacker, and Will Aaron, who's playing wide receiver and defensive back. And guys are really turned things around. I mean, the Pinewood game was a little disappointing, but then the last 3 games, you guys have really looked good. What do you attribute that to, Will?
Well, every week we just try to get a little bit better. We're trying to improve a little bit more on all aspects of the game. So I think that's been a big factor in it.
Anything that you can put your finger on, Lines, on why things have been going so well lately?
Working hard at practice. We've had real physical practices every week, and I think that's the main thing.
Do you feel like you've seen the most gains on the offensive side or defensively?
I think both have grown tremendously throughout. Since the first game. I'm not sure. I think it's kind of grown together.
Lines, do you see anything that the offensive line blocking better? Do you feel like there's anything in particular on one side of the ball that you guys have really done well lately?
Offensively, we had some new starters come in. We had a lot of new faces. I think everything's starting to come together, and defensively, we're starting to figure out what we're best at and what we can do. So.
All right, well, coming off 3 straight wins, you guys got to go on the road now to Augusta Prep. How do you feel about going up there? How do you feel you go in?
I think everybody's gotten some confidence in them. I think everybody's kind of getting comfortable in our system. And as Lon said, we had a lot of new players come in. So I think everybody's getting, more comfortable with everything. So I think we're good.
All right, you got Augusta Prep, rather, on the road. Your thoughts? You haven't been on the road in a few weeks.
We just got to keep the momentum going from the past couple of weeks. So.
All right, well, once again, that game, Bulloch Academy at Augusta Prep. Go out and support the Gators Friday night. Family Internal Medicine Associates of Statesboro, providing primary care for Statesboro area patients since 1998, providing complete physicals, complete sports physicals, Medicare wellness exams, full diabetes treatment, and education from lifestyle changes to oral medications to insulin pump therapy, in-house dermatology, in-house circulation tests, and ultrasounds, and in-house labs. Featuring nurse practitioner Melissa Beasley, Family Internal Medicine of Statesboro can accommodate same-day or next-day appointments to serve your needs. Family Internal Medicine Associates of Statesboro, where we care.
Danielle likes shopping at Badcock Home Furniture and More because she can always find her favorite styles. Danielle likes shopping on Badcock.com because now she can do it in her comfy pants.
Badcock.com brings the store to your door with thousands of items to choose from. With hometown values, outstanding service, and your style, our credit financing. Shop online or in store and see why Badcock Home Furniture and More was named Furniture Retailer of the Year.
It's now time for our Badcock Players of the Week. This week it goes to Statesboro High running back Jalen Robertson, who rushed for over 230 yards on Friday and 3 touchdowns. And on the girls' side of things, Southeast Bulloch pitcher Elena Barnard, who pitched a couple of shutouts and also was hot at the bat as well. The Southeast Bulloch Coaches Show segment is brought to you in part thanks to Southeast Tire and Service. Southeast Tire and Service has been in business for 13 years, offering extensive vehicle repair and service from bumper to bumper. Come have a cup of coffee with us and let us help you with your car needs. Located at 400 Parker Avenue in Brooklyn. And join me now, the head coach of the Southeast Bulloch Yellow Jackets, Barrett Davis. And Coach, you guys were able to rebound nicely from the loss at Islands. Now 2-2 overall, 1-1 in region play. Do you feel like it was good to get that win and give the kids some momentum and some confidence?
Yeah, I thought our kids played hard, and we were able to have a good first half, and then kind of I thought we played well for majority of the game. Defensively played pretty well. I thought as an overall unit, got some stops, and it was good to get a win to be able to bounce back in region play to get to 1-1. So.
Yeah, how important is it just if for no other reason? I mean, you knew Savannah High wasn't going to be the talent level that you played the first few weeks, but to get those kids a win, I know after that Islands game there was a lot of heads that were down after that.
Yeah, I mean it's just trying to keep kids focused on the positive things we do and correct the little things that we mess up on, and that's how you get better as the year goes on throughout the year. So that's just one thing we preach, and we watch film every day and try and get better and learn from mistakes and try and figure out the things we do well at and figure out ways to reciprocate those type of reps on both sides of the ball. So, but it was definitely good to get a win and try and live to play another day and move on to the next one. So
you were able to score on offense, defense, and for the third week, fourth week in a row, you were able to get a kickoff return for a touchdown.
Yeah, I mean special teams has done good so far. Logan Gomez has done a good job punting for us. We've had some good returns. Traydon McBride, as you mentioned, he's had 3 kick returns for touchdowns in the first 4 games. I think we made a 28-yard field goal against Screven. So little things that we've done. We still got to clean stuff up, but I'm overall pleased with our special teams, definitely.
All right, well, this week you hit back on the road. You go back to Savannah. This time you're taking on Beach. Your thoughts on playing those guys and the mindset going in?
As an overall region, the region has gotten a lot better just from top to bottom since last year, we feel. Beach is a good program. Coach Hawthorne's been there 30-plus years, and they're very dynamic on offense. They had a close game with Islands on Friday, and it was 28-21 in the fourth quarter, so they gave Islands a run for their money. So, man, they're going to be a good team. We think there's no true favorites or anything like that. We just think there's 7 or 8 good teams in the region, and we've got to be able to fight and do what we can to try and win those games. So.
All right, well, we've heard from head coach Barrett Davis. We've got the Jacket players coming up next. This portion of the Southeast Bulloch Coaches Show is brought to you by Crazy Nick's Inflatables. We'd love to be a part of your birthday parties, church and Sunday school functions, school event, community event, company events, or just entertainment for a small family gathering. Whatever your event, they can provide the fun. Serving Bulloch, Effingham, Bryan, and surrounding counties, delivery, setup, and breakdown are all included in the pricing. For more information, call 912-690-5972 or visit them online at nick@crazynicksinflatables.com. Join me now, we've got Russell Williams and we've got Mitchell Waters from the Southeast Bulloch Yellow Jackets. And First off, Russell, how do you feel like you guys have been doing? I know that it was a tough loss to Islands, but you guys were able to bounce back. What do you feel like you guys are doing differently, at least on the offensive side, to help things out?
We've just been working on all our plays, practicing harder, and just being mentally focused for the games.
All right. Well, Mitchell, you go from giving up 40 points to only 7 this past week. What do you feel like y'all did defensively to get a little better?
Obviously, we moved a couple people around, but in total, we just been practicing a lot harder this week, and we've been going harder. So really, we just got to keep going as hard as we've been going.
So right now you guys are 2-2 overall, 1-1 in region play. Kind of nice to right now be sitting there. I know after that Islands game you guys were a little down, but now you look at your schedule and you've got Beach this week, and most of your goals are still available for you.
Yes, sir.
So how is the team feeling right now as you guys get ready for Beach?
We just got to keep working hard, practicing hard, and should come out with a victory on top.
All right, well, you've got Beach. They're a little bit better than they've been in the past. They hung around with Islands this past week. Your thoughts on playing those guys?
I think the plan doesn't change. We're gonna have to come at them hard, probably harder than we did last year. We're just gonna have a good game from the start, and then just come off the rip.
All right, Southeast Bulloch on the road at Beach coming up Friday night. Get out there and support the Yellow Jackets.
A sports injury can stop you in your tracks. At Optum Orthopedics, our specialized physicians and staff use advanced orthopedic procedures with one specific goal in mind: to get you back to you. If you have a sports injury, request an evaluation. Experience the Optum difference.
And join me now, the head coach of the Statesboro Blue Devils, Jeff Kaiser. And, Coach, you got to be pretty excited about the fact that you guys right now are 3-0 on the season, coming off a big win at Effingham where you played solid on both sides of the ball as you guys continue your schedule this week.
Yeah, anytime you're 3-0, it's a good thing. But, we're just trying to get our kids to push forward. And we're in a little unique situation in that we don't have a game on our schedule where we can afford a letdown. There is everybody on our schedule is a good football team. Again, this coming up this week in the West Lawrence team that is a penalty away from being 4-0. A very good team, another challenge for our guys, and we're getting a season routine where we just celebrate a win for a Saturday and Sunday and come back to work on Monday ready to get ready for the next one. So it's challenging to keep that pace all year, especially with the physicality of the teams we play, but our kids have done a good job of that so far.
Do you feel like you saw steps forward in both offense and defense this past week against Effingham?
Yeah, I'm really pleased with the progression of our defense. However, we see another powerful offense this week, a little different makeup. West Lawrence will have a very accurate quarterback and 3 wideouts that are all 6'3" or better and catch everything that's thrown their way. So it'll be another challenge for us, a little bit different challenge. So we're excited for the opportunity to come out and play some good D again. Offensively, last week was a lot of rushing production. Our kids are continuing to get better and clean up the little things. The biggest negative from this past Friday's win was our penalties. We were penalized 12 times for 105 yards.
Well, the good news is that you guys have been able to take some strides forward offensively. Do you feel like the offensive line has been doing a little bit better? I know there was some concern going into this season. Now you've played a few games. These guys look to be getting a little bit better, and I assume you're going to need to be able to do that against West Lawrence to be able to sustain some drives.
We continue to get better. However, a lot of our success depends on what the makeup of the opponent is. West Lawrence will have a nose guard or zero technique, as we call it, that'll be as fine of a high school defensive lineman as you'll ever see. Not very big, but he is he's been double teamed all year. He still makes plays, and we've got a ninth grader at center, so it'll be a huge challenge for him. But our kids get excited about new challenges and seeing how they can do.
All right, Blue Devils hosting West Lawrence, 7:30 at Walmart Field coming up Friday night. And up next, we'll hear from some of the players. And join me now, a couple of the Blue Devil players. We have Andrell Grace from the offensive side of things, Corey McCullough off the defense. And I'll start with you, Andrell. You know, you guys offensively, it seems like you've been improving every week. What do you feel like the reason for that is?
I feel like our O-line has improved, like has gotten way better, and it allows for us to be able to get more production running the ball.
Corey, I know the defense coach has been talking about all year long about how solid you guys are. Do you feel like you guys are getting better?
Yes, sir. We're getting better each and every day. We just continue to come to practice and put our all into it and work.
All right. Last week, you guys really were productive on both sides of the ball against Effingham County, a team that you'd struggled with before. Does it feel good to be 3-0 right now after that big win?
Yes, sir, but we know we got to keep working. We're trying to win them all this year.
Corey, some of the same things. You know, you guys have struggled a little bit against Effingham. This time you pull out a big victory. You got another big one coming up this Friday.
We just can't get too big-headed. We got to keep working, keep doing what we're doing. That's all.
Got West Lawrence. You guys lost to them last year. I know you'd like to turn that around this time around. You feel good about playing them?
Yes, sir. The way we've been preparing, I feel good about playing any team.
All right, Statesboro hosting West Lawrence coming up Friday at 7:30. Get out there and support the Blue Devils. They'll be playing at Walmart Field.